放送。
Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today's video is going to be something a little bit different from the previous ones because today we are going to talk about manga and anime. So you are going to see my manga collection, and I would like to say in advance that my manga collection isn't actually that huge, so don't expect anything like hundreds of bookshelves full of manga volumes because it's not the case today, maybe in the future. So yeah, let's get started. So I would like to start from here. So as you can see, I have some volumes from the series of Naruto. Naruto is already complete and it is composed of 72 volumes in total. So yeah, as you can see, I have the first three volumes of the massive German edition, and then I just have the other volumes from number 11th till the 18th in the Italian classic edition. And the reason why I bought these first three volumes in the German edition is just because I wanted to give it a go. I'm studying German, so it was just like a sort of challenge for me. Actually, there are two main reasons why I just decided to go on with the series directly with the Italian edition. The first reason is because it was a little bit too hard for me to read the complete series in German language. I had to, check out in the dictionary many words or, expressions that I couldn't really understand. So I just realized that it was a little bit better for me to just read in Italian. And then the other reason why I decided to just directly buy the Italian edition is because I usually prefer having the classic manga size, and also because, as you can see here, the front cover drawings are like the original ones from the Japanese edition, whereas in this massive German edition, as you can see, we have these wonderful drawings actually, but they are not like the original ones. So here in the first volume, which is pretty thick as you can see, we have Naruto, we have Sasuke, and in the third volume we just have Rock Lee. As you can see, they're actually pretty beautiful, but yeah, I just told you before why I decided to directly read in Italian edition. So yeah, what about Naruto? Well, actually I started by watching some episodes from the anime series, and I immediately loved it. I really loved all the characters and also the world of Naruto in general. So of course it is a series that I would really recommend you trying to read or at least watch the anime, but you should know that the anime is really long because it is divided, as well as the manga series, in two parts. So we have the first part, which is just Naruto, and then the second part, which is actually Naruto Shippuden. So it really takes you a lot to watch the complete series, but they're actually both really well made. So I just recommend you trying to just give it a go. Then moving on here, as you can see, we have Yona of the Dawn. So Yona of the Dawn is a shoujo manga, and it is still ongoing because they have 36 volumes in Japan, whereas here in Italy we reached like the 28, if I'm not wrong. So as you can see, I just have the first 4 volumes of the series. I just read the first 2 volumes actually, and I can tell that it's a pretty and well-made manga in my opinion. Of course, the sentimental theme here is central to the story and to the events, of course, but this manga is actually pretty interesting because just by reading the first 2 volumes of the series, you can realize that there are more and more themes to be discovered in this manga, such as the journey theme, the theme of adventure, and also there are some fights in this manga. I'm just at the first 2 volumes, as I said before. I heard so many reviews about this manga and everyone really talks very, very well about this manga. So I just have high expectations about this series, so I just keep going on, and yeah, I'm really happy. And I would like to show you the drawings of this manga because actually they're pretty beautiful and interesting in my opinion. They are actually typical of shoujo manga, but they are really wonderful, as you can see. So I really love them. And I actually love the story. I'm just at the first 2 volumes, of course, but I don't know, you can like feel that this manga is gonna be really cool. I really feel that it's going to be really beautiful, really interesting. Everyone who is reading this manga says that this manga can also be considered as a fantasy manga because we will also see, going on with the story, some, you know, fantasy characters, I guess, or just fantasy element. So I'm really, really looking forward to just going on reading. So moving on here, as you can see, I have this particular edition of the first volume of One Piece just because I went to the cinema like a year ago to watch the Stampede movie, or maybe more than 1 year ago. I don't really remember very well, but yeah, they just gave away these like sort of gadgets outside the cinema, and yeah, it's pretty beautiful actually, like just for, you know, for collection. So as you can see here, I just have some other like random books. For example, this here is from Andrea Dovizioso, who is a MotoGP pilot. And then I have like a book from Stephen King. And this one actually, that I don't really know why I got it here. And this is Battle Royale number 2. I don't really like the manga. I tried like reading the first volume, and but I don't really like it, so that's why I don't really know why I just keep it here. So yeah, let's go on. So moving on here, as you can see, I have some volumes of One Piece, of course. As you may already know, One Piece is still ongoing. It is quite long because we got till number 100 in Japan, whereas here in Italy we have till volume number 98. And as you can see, I have volume number 98, but this one is actually the celebration edition. As you can see here, we will have to complete the image, Luffy's character image, with the next number, which is actually number 99, that is going to be released this autumn here in Italy, so I'm pretty excited about that. And as you can see, I also have this wonderful card that was given together with this volume. And as you can see, this volume is another edition because it's all white all over the volume, whereas this edition is completely blue. And now I'm going to talk to you about why I don't have the complete manga series. Well, actually, I started reading One Piece from my boyfriend's volumes because he actually owns the complete series till the last volume that was released, of course. But you should know that here in Italy we have 2 different editions for One Piece. The blue one, like this one, that was released a little bit before, and then the white one that was actually released after. So the white one can like remind to this one, but this is another edition because it's a little bit bigger, as I said before, whereas the white one is like this classic manga size. So yeah, I just started reading One Piece from his volumes that he borrowed me, and yeah, the reason why I just have volumes from 84 till 98 is actually because As I said before, the white one is a little bit younger as an edition, so you know, I don't really want to wait so much for reading, so I just decided to buy the blue edition so that I could go on reading without waiting too much. And yeah, what about One Piece? Of course, I believe that is actually a masterpiece, so I would recommend you trying to read the series, or at least if you don't really like reading, or if you don't want to spend too much for this series because it's actually pretty long, I know. I would just recommend you trying to watch some episodes and then, you know, just see if you like the series or not. The anime series is actually really long. I don't even know how many episodes it's got in total, so it will take you so long to just reach the last episodes that have been released. But yeah, of course, I really love One Piece. One Piece was actually the first manga series that I really appreciated, so I'm really attached to this manga because I love the story, I love the characters, every single character, even secondary characters, all the villains are very well described, characterized, so you can really remember about them just because they are so well introduced while you're reading the story. And I just love One Piece because I believe that even if it's like a, let's say, classic shonen manga, it's got so many things that can distinguish this story from others. Just because, you know, pirates are like something different from, you know, wizards, for example, or I don't know, ninjas. Even if I love Naruto, because Naruto is actually one of my favorite manga series, but you know, pirates is something that you don't really see so much in manga series. So that's just because I really love One Piece. Okay, so moving on here, as you can see, I have Attack on Titan. I just have other volumes down here that I'm gonna show you later. And what about Attack on Titan? Attack on Titan is already complete with 34 volumes in total in Japan, but here in Italy we are waiting the last volume to be released this autumn, so I'm really looking forward to it. Even if I must be honest, I'm currently not reading the series, not because I don't want, but just because I have so many other things to read. And yeah, I just want to start this series when I have more time so that I can be really into the story, so that I can read it when I'm concentrate and when I'm really relaxed, you know. And yeah, they also made an anime series about this manga. It should be composed of 4 seasons, if I'm not wrong. And I actually started by watching some episodes from the first season of Attack on Titan, and I really loved it. I believe that this manga is actually really interesting. Also, considering the fact that the author was so young when he started writing the series and is actually still very young. And I really appreciate the fact that the author could reach such a popularity in the manga world, because I guess and I believe that this series is really worth it. So that's why I'm going to recommend you trying to read this series, or at least watch the anime that is really well made. Even the colors they used are match very well to the, you know, to the themes of the story, match very well to the contest in general. And I would like to show you the drawings from this manga because they're actually pretty interesting, considering the fact that the author was so young when he started writing the story. And yeah, I just believe that these drawings are quite perfect for the context of the story, for the themes that we can discover and that we can just read through the story. So I really believe the author made a great job about this manga, and especially because they actually match really good to the story, in my opinion. So I just find them perfect for this manga. They also made an anime series about this manga, and I actually started watching some episodes from the first season, and I found it really beautiful. So I really believe they made a great job for creating the anime series as well. So I'm really looking forward to starting reading this series. So of course I would just recommend you trying to read or at least watch the anime about this series. So yeah, let's go on. So moving on here, as you can see, I just have other volumes from Attack on Titan till 25th, but I actually have other volumes till 33rd, but I just borrowed them to a friend of mine, so I'm just waiting them to come back to my house. And yeah, and here, as you can see, I have Claymore manga series. Claymore is actually a seinen manga, so it's considered to be good for adult people, and actually I can't really tell that, just because I must be honest, I haven't had the occasion yet to read this series as well as Attack on Titan, just because I have other things to read in this period. But I actually discovered this series from the anime series. So I completely watched the anime like 4 years ago, and I really loved it. So then I decided I just wanted to also buy the manga, so that one day when I don't remember anymore the most important things about this series, about this story, I will just read the manga as well. So yeah, I found the anime series very beautiful. It's a dark story actually, so that's why I would recommend you trying to read or watch the anime only if you like horror slash splatter stories, because you will see blood, you will see epic fights of course, but it's actually a dark story, and it's a good anime in my opinion. I don't usually see many people owning this series, at least in Italy. I believe that this series is actually really good. I'm talking about the anime of course, because as I said before, I haven't read the manga yet, unfortunately, but I will do that in the future for sure. So yeah, I'm going to recommend you this series, but only, as I said before, if you can appreciate some dark themes and also some cruel scenes, blood scenes. So yeah, that's the important thing you should remember about taking into consideration starting this series. So moving on till the last part of my manga collection, we can find, as you can see, the Promised Neverland. I just have volumes from 1 till 11, and I'm just looking for the 9th volume that I can't find anywhere here in Italy. And yeah, this series is already complete with 20 volumes in total, so it's not so long in my opinion, and I actually find it like a masterpiece. It's a shonen manga, but in my opinion it's got something new to tell. We can find demons, but I believe that the author's ideas and the way they used demons is just something brilliant. It's just something new that you usually don't really see in other manga series or anime series in general. So yeah, of course I'm going to recommend you trying to read or at least watch the anime. But you should know something about this series, because actually the anime series, which is divided into 2 seasons, is not so long, because it should have more or less 22, 23 episodes in total, and then it's complete. The second part of the second season of the anime series is actually different from the events that we can find in the manga. So that's why I would just suggest you trying to start with the manga if you are actually interested in this story, and then after watching the anime series, which is actually very well designed, very well made, so it's really pleasant to also watch the anime. But you should know that the second season is something completely different from the manga. I am currently reading volume number 8, and I'm already noticing many differences from the anime series, so that's why I would just recommend you trying to give a chance to the manga before watching the anime. So this is my manga collection, and as I said at the beginning, of course it's not anything so huge, but I'm just so attached to the series that I'm currently reading and to some other series that I'm really looking forward to starting, as I showed you before. So thank you so much for watching if you got till this moment. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see in the next video, probably about The Sims 4, some speed builds or something like that. And yeah, I hope you had a good time, and we will see in the next video. Bye bye!